welcome. It's been a while, I know. I apologise, but I'm coming back strong, coming back brighter, etc. I've not been away. I've been busy. Life and work have been getting in the way of doing this show on a regular basis. That and being able to coordinate interviews and things like that. This week's show, though, I managed to get down into St. Petersburg in Florida to go interview Mark from Nothing More, who are a fantastic band. If you haven't heard them yet, go check them out. It was their first night on tour with Shinedown. By all accounts, the show was awesome. I got down there just after their sound check and got to interview Mark on the bus. Apart from that, everything else has been relatively normal. I should have a few more interviews coming up. But in the meanwhile, if you just want to check this one out, let me know what you think. I need some ratings. I need some reviews on wherever you down this from. Welcome to this week's show. On my show this week, I have a very special guest. I have Mark from the band Nothing More.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me, Barnaby.
No problem, man. How you doing today?
Good. Well,
excellent. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. We're getting a bit rained on at the moment, but we're fine. It's Florida. So tonight we're here in St. Petersburg, just outside the Mahaffey Theatre in Florida. It's the first night of your tour with Shinedown.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm really excited. I guess it'll be a little different, noting that it's a seated theater.
Yeah.
So, I imagine people will be standing up, but it's always a little different vibe when you have those type of things. We'll still bring it for sure. So I'm very excited.
Cool. Yeah, I was going to ask, what's it actually, if you've played seated venues before, what is that like? That's something I haven't really experienced before. Yeah, more arenas, and it's just different. I don't know. It's not really what you want. Yeah,
from like a heavy rock band.
Yeah.
You want everybody crammed in and all standing and all ready, not just sitting back drinking their drink.
No, it was strange. I saw Hailstorm here a few months ago, and it was very strange being seated. We stood up for a bit, obviously, but what it was like from a band's perspective, I've never played in front of a seated audience, so to speak. So
you're absolutely right. It's I bet you can guess what it's like. If people are sitting down, it kind of sucks.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I didn't realize how far back you guys went. I have your current self-titled album, which is great, by the way.
Thanks.
And I'm doing research for this particular interview. I found out you have 5 previous albums as well. So if you don't mind, can you just give me a bit of background on Nothing More? How you guys came to be? What those first few albums were like? Things like that. What experiences you've had?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I met Johnny, our singer, who was our drummer, actually, 15 years ago. And we started touring... really playing outside our hometown of San Antonio 10 years ago. Actually, 10 years ago was July 5th. So we've been doing this for 10 years.
Cool.
Crazy. And, yeah, we had... we released an album or EP in 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and then, 2013, actually. For the self-titled one, and then in 2014 ended up re-releasing through 11/7.
Yeah. Cool. So, talking about your latest album, which I've already said.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, no,
I really
thanks,
enjoy
man.
It. Some very strong tracks on there that I do play quite often on when I have a radio show as well, which I play on there quite often. Tracks like Christ Copyright, Mr. MTV. I also enjoy Ballast and Jenny, which is your current single. Video release. I was actually listening to your album earlier, and I got lost on getting into the last track.
Yeah.
Very atmospheric, sample-driven.
Yeah.
Is it Pyre?
Pyre, yeah.
What's the story behind that one? Because it was very different from the rest of the album.
Sure, we have a few segues through the album.
Yeah.
That we're sampling Alan Watts.
Yeah.
And his voice and some of his lectures and teachings. And the whole album is several songs are definitely inspired by some of his analogies or teachings, like I was saying. So it only felt fitting to actually kind of do some of this. Johnny likes to create stuff like Pyre program.
Yeah.
And that was actually part of another actual song that was full band, but he ended up glitching it and messing with it and doing some things, and he's real into Alan Watts and putting his voice to it, and it just went through the machine, and we critiqued it a bunch. It's like, oh, let's take this part from here, what Alan is saying here, and made it a cohesive unit where there are several things that are repeated throughout the album.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I was just wondering because, like I say, it's quite different. Like you said, you had segues. I think Jaya was another one that's kind of a segue in between.
Bingo. Yeah, we've always been about that, and some of our favorite albums have kind of those instrumental tracks too.
Yeah.
Dredge is a big influence of ours. We love that band, and the record El Cielo is one of my favorite albums.
Cool.
So cool about sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And really awesome.
It's a good album.
Yeah.
I was actually moving on for my next question.
Nice.
Was what influences you in your music as a band or as an individual?
Yeah, definitely. The band Dredge, obviously, philosophers like Alan Watts and Eckhart Tolle. We just really try to be sponges about everything and soak up the good and learn. If there's anything, I can look back in hindsight and think, man, I thought I had it right 5 years ago, and now where I'm at, everything's changed. My beliefs are different, So if anything, I should predict the future and realize that I'm not gonna have it right then either. We're all growing, we're all learning. But as far as music goes, we like more electronic stuff like Imogen Heap.
Yep.
Or bands like Thrice. Blindside or Muse is a huge one for sure. Just a few of those.
Cool.
Plenty others. Though.
Yeah, because I discovered you guys by one of the UK publicists that actually sent me Christ Copyright.
Awesome.
Because the format of my show is the electronic music with rock music.
Nice.
It's a kind of specialist show where I mix those genres together. Either mash them up or have remixes or tracks that, like yours, have that element in them.
Sure.
And just like finding out through them, you guys, and then they sent me the album, and then
that's rad. Was that through Kaz then?
Sorry,
was it through Kaz Mercenary Publicity?
No, it was AC Promotions.
Okay,
yeah.
Right on.
They mainly do like radio and club send outs.
Cool.
Like you'll have a main publicist, and then you have the little offshoots.
Right.
So they do that sort of footwork for
cool.
you. And they sent me the album as well because they had it sent to them. So it was it was really cool. I was like really enjoying it, and then obviously got the opportunity here.
Yeah.
11/7 got in contact with them, and then
awesome.
took this up, which is quite cool.
Very cool.
So being this is your 6th album, as well. What was the expectation with this one? Did you think it would bring the coverage you've gotten so far with like this US tour for one, the tour in Europe with Hailstorm, and the whole bunch of festivals I saw you were on as well?
Right. We just try to get better every time, outdo ourselves in writing better songs and putting on a better live show. And there's kind of this rule in the air that 10 years or 10,000 hours, if you stick to it and don't give up, you will succeed. And there's definitely been a huge exponential growth for us, and nothing more within this past record and its release. We also self-produced and recorded it.
Yeah.
As we did half of the previous album, so we'd gotten a lot better at that too, at tracking and producing. And Johnny and our manager Will actually co-mixed the whole record.
Okay.
So and we just got the right people on our team, and that takes time to know, to cut the fat and get the people that aren't the right people out, and the people that are the right people in, and that align with your vision, and having 11-7 and Danny Wimmer and Will all on board has been really the catalyst that has really skyrocketed everything for us.
Excellent. No, it's always good to hear like someone who sticks with it, and I've known a few bands that have done that, and they've gone through even having like the major label backing and then not the support afterwards, but then they've just kept going, and now they're skyrocketing everywhere they go. Just keeping with it. You're right. Keep with it. Because I noticed a few of your previous albums were self-released as well. Was that something? Did you have label support at all? Obviously, I know you've got 11-7 now, but prior to that, was it all off your own backs? And
definitely.
Did you use any like crowdfunding services or anything like that
for this past record? Yeah, actually, we did. We released it. We did kind of a soft release in 2013. Basically to just our fans and more the region. We just kind of toured Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. We did get out to both coasts every once in a while, but we kind of more focused on our region. So we did release it to those immediate people, and then slowly, over time, we got on this tour that led us to this person, and then eventually led us to signing with 11-7.
Yeah.
Before that, it was all independent.
Yeah. Well done. I know how
Cheers,
hard it
man.
can be. So with Europe, you've just gone over there with Housetime. You got any plans to go back, or are you just waiting for offers to come in? Or anything like that?
Actually, we have plans to go back in November.
Excellent.
We're real excited. It's actually going to be a headline run.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, so we haven't totally announced it yet, so I'm telling you a little early.
That's all right.
But we're definitely pumped. I think everything is almost all lined out.
Excellent.
So it should be like mid to late November, and then we'll be there through the first or second week of December.
Okay, cool. That's excellent, because I was going to ask you how you felt you were received over in Europe, because a couple of my friends actually caught you guys on the Housetime show and one of the festivals you played as well, and they really enjoyed the set just through recommendation. I said, I'll go check this band out,
That's badass.
And I was wondering, like, Jen, when you were there, did you feel well received? And obviously you're going back there, so that's a good thing.
Right, So. We definitely think it's a place to go back more often. This will actually be our fourth time over.
Oh,
actually,
really?
we did Download in 2014.
Yeah.
And then we went in that November with the Pretty Reckless and Heaven's Basement. And then, we just did with Hailstorm. So now, we're going to headline this time. We're psyched. In general, I feel like people over there in Europe as well, they just see through bullshit a lot more and really don't have a problem speaking their mind. So I think that goes well with our music, because we're really honest about how we feel and what we believe in, and we really want to talk about things that matter, or real pain. And I think people have connected with that and really embraced us. So it's been cool.
That's cool, because it is a different audience no matter where you go in Europe, whether you're in the UK or you're in France, Germany, wherever.
Totally.
The crowds are all different, but they all have, like you say, that non-tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah.
They will let you know. If they're not enjoying you, they'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they will ask you questions and things. So
funny.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it it's what they do. So So yeah, how do you keep yourself occupied on tour? Obviously, you get like traveling to and from venues, but that downtime. Is there anything you guys enjoy doing? Do you like to visit the areas and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. We don't always get the time to check out historical landmarks or whatever, but sometimes we'll plan a trip and go to see Stonehenge.
Yep.
We all went to Wales, and that was really, really cool. And various World War II monuments while we were in Europe as well.
Of which there are many.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, they're little downtime things. Like I have a little handheld Nintendo 3DS.
Cool.
That I'll play for an hour a day maybe, just to kind of get my mind off. Or just give it a breath.
Yeah.
But actually, to your right, I have like a little interface set up.
Yeah.
And to record guitar. I want to get started and just stockpiling a lot of ideas for the next record.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that something you're doing whilst on tour as well? Are you writing for the next record and stuff? Because obviously this one's been out, like you say, you've had it for 2 years. 2 years almost. what's next? Have you planned out the next album yet? Have you got a concept for it, or are you just sort of just spitting ideas into the system?
It's all individual still at this point.
Okay.
With stockpiling ideas. Johnny's got a bunch too, as well as Dan. And we'll whenever we all come together, it'll kind of grow from there. We don't have any concepts yet, though we all have our own ideas.
Yeah.
I know the plan is to tour throughout the end of the year, and then come 2016, take a break and really, get in the studio and start making the next one.
Cool. Are you planning to crowdfund that one, or is that something you've already got lined up as through your current label?
I'm not sure. I think it'll be we'll try and use the advance to live off of and make the next record. But the record will be made by Johnny, myself, Will, Dan, and Paul. And we might hire some editors or engineers to do that stuff. But we'll do it all ourselves.
Cool, excellent. Is there anyone you'd love to work with in the future? Like,
sure, yeah. They're
on the album or anything
other
like that?
various songwriters, co-writes and things that we'd love to do. We got the pleasure of working with Jason Rauch and Scott Stevens with this last record. That was cool and something we'd never done before, and we just try to go to it with an open mind, learn from them what they thought, and kind of treat them as another band member and just kind of write a song together, and then we'd kind of go home, if you will, and basically make it our own. Cool. With songs like If I Were and First Punch on the record. So we'll probably do something similar to that for this one too.
Cool.
And I would love to, just try new guys, maybe like Rain Maida from Our Lady Peace, or I think we have something sort of semi-scheduled with Clint Lowry of Seven Dust. That'd be awesome.
Awesome.
Definitely respect that guy. But other producers like Forrester Seville, he'd done Dead Letter Circus and Carnival, and even Machine, and then all his huge roster. Be great.
Cool. Yeah. I recently interviewed The Taking, a band from San Antonio as well. They said that nothing but nice things to say about you guys.
Right.
But they're currently making their way up as well. They just got themselves some good management and
good for them.
Yeah. No, it's just it's funny, two bands from the same area. That was the same area of the world. So what shapes and influences you like in the way out of music, like in life?
Jeez. Not sure how to answer that. Good question. I'm a father. I'm married as well. So I guess I can answer it like a sponge. The various philosophers or pulling things from different religions or whatever teachings to live by.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's a good answer. All right, I've just got some final questions.
Yeah.
These are from some of my listeners and friends.
Sure.
I put it out there. I was interviewing you guys, and they gave me some questions to ask.
Cool.
So I got one from Dennis in Tampa. He said, peanut butter, crunchy or smooth?
Oh, man. Crunchy all the way. That's
Excellent,
cool.
excellent.
Thanks, Dennis.
This one from Jim in Leicester in England. Xbox, PlayStation or Nintendo?
That's a tough one. I like Halo, but that's probably the lowest on the totem pole. So for Xbox. I'm a big RPG guy. So I do like all those Final Fantasies and everything for PlayStation. But I love Mario and Zelda too.
All of them. All of them.
Yeah, really.
Let's go for that. Okay, final question. This one's from Sarah in Portsmouth in the UK as well. What band currently active would you absolutely love to tour with, either as a support or a headliner?
It'd be pretty cool to do a run with Of Mice and Men. That'd be awesome. I would kill to play with Bryce, though.
Yeah?
That'd be amazing.
Awesome.
And I know they're working on some stuff right now.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Mark. That's it. So, we're good. So, thank you for your time. Enjoy the show tonight.
Definitely.
And good luck for the rest of the tour.
Thanks so much, Barnaby.
All right, man.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Thank you. So there we go. Mark from Nothing More. Absolutely lovely bloke. I've got next episode. I have the co-founder of the Suicide Girls, Missy Suicide. I was fortunate enough to speak to her via Skype to do their new Black Heart Burlesque tour, which is awesome. But yeah, if you can check out djforcex.com. Check out my podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. Leave some ratings, reviews, whether you like it or whether you don't. Anything, just get some reaction. Also, just to give you a heads up, my radio show is changing names. It is now called Crossing the Streams. Before it was just the DJ Force X show. Now it is Crossing the Streams. The basic idea behind that is just because I take the world of dance music and the world of rock and metal and I mix it all together. If you haven't checked out my show yet, go to mixcloud.com/DJ Force X. Or if you're feeling fruity and you've got some time to kill, it goes out on Total Rock. That's totalrock.com on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock UK time, 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. West Coast, and all the times in between. If you can work out your own time zones, that's when it will air. And also it goes out on Saturday nights on the Mix Radio Network, on the Mix Chat station in that network. That goes out on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. East Coast, 8 p.m. West Coast. And that is The Mix. That's THEMIXX.FM. You can check them out on the TuneIn radio app as well. Both stations are streamable via that or via their website. They've got their own players and everything. But that's enough advertising from my point of view. Until next time, this is DJ Force X out.